Hello guys, welcome to this channel. So in today's tutorial we'll be learning how to draft and cut a 6 pieces blouse. So if this looks like what you would want to learn, do not forget to hit on the like and the subscribe button. Do well by turning on your notification bell so you can get notified when we upload the sewing aspect of this tutorial. This is going to be part 1. So in our next tutorial we'll be learning how to sew this. Please endeavor to give this video a like this video so that YouTube can make it go viral, so that other soulmates can get to watch this video and learn one or two things. So guys, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and you can go through our channel. We have other amazing tutorials on how to sew and cut other styles. So guys, let's get straight into the video. So right now I've actually gone ahead to mark out these lines. This is our shoulder line, okay? It's going to be our start line, and this is our chest line. This is our bust point. This is our under bust, and this is our half length and also the full length of my blouse. If you don't know how to do this, go through the channel. We have tutorials on how you can actually go about this. So my shoulder measurement is 14. I divided by 2. I just marked 7, and the neck width that we're using is 2.5. So I went down by 1 inch on the shoulder line then to get my shoulder slope, okay? So you're going to take the measurement you have on your shoulder line, which is 7. You're going to mark it on your chest line and connect like so to get your armhole line, okay? So guys, the next thing, we are going to get the midpoint of our armhole line, and when you mark it and go in by half of an inch, or if you are working with a bigger measurement, you go in by 3/4 of an inch. Then the round bust measurement divided by 4 is 8 1/4. I'll go ahead and connect these 3 points together just like you see me doing. Please, the half length of this blouse we are going to have a side dart. So the front half length is 15.5, while the back half length is actually 14.5, okay? So now we are going to be determining our bust span, nipple to nipple measurement. What we are using is 7 inches, divided by 2 is 3.5. So I went ahead to mark 3.5 on the bust, on the chest line down to the full length. So we are just going to connect like so. Just watch what I'm doing if you don't understand what I'm saying. So guys, on the under bust, I'm going to be marking half inch towards the center front, and I'll go ahead and mark it on the full length and connect just like you see me doing. Also, I'm going to be marking 1 3/4 of an inch, or if you're working with a fuller bust, you will mark 2 inches at the side front. Then you're just going to enhance. I just went ahead to enhance this so that it will be more visible. So I'll go ahead and use my curve to connect just like you see me doing, okay? Just go ahead and connect like so. So guys, after doing that, I'm going to be using my princess dart for the front armhole, while the back will be the shoulder dart, okay? So from this shoulder line, I will come down by 3 inches from the armhole line. Then the dart intake is 1 inch, so I marked half of an inch on both sides. Then I'll be connecting with my curve. For the dart intake, if you are working with a fuller bust, you can use 3/4 of an inch on both sides. That is the dart intake will be 1.5. So I went ahead to use 1 inch since the bust measurement that I'm using is not too big. Also, I also went ahead to extend the lower dart, which is I extended it by 1 inch. Then you're going to connect to get your new armhole line, okay? So for the neck width, I'll be using 3.5 inches for the neck width, while 4 inches for the neck depth. I actually wanted to use 3 inches initially, but I changed my mind, so I used 3.5 by 4 inches for the front, okay? So now remember, our round bust measurement is 8 1/4 when you divide it by 4. So this other excess, I'm going to replace it back. Then the 1 inches that I'll replace it as well. Then I'll go ahead and mark my size allowance, size seam allowance, which is 1.5 inches. On the waistline, I'll divide my waist measurement by 4. I'm going to remove this dart intake, which is 2 1/4. I'll replace it back. Then I'll add 1.5 inches as our size seam allowance, okay? So I'll go ahead and connect from my chest line to my waistline, just like you see me doing. So for the full length, I'll take the circumference of that line, that is my upper hip. What I have, you divide it by 4, mark and replace your dart intake of 2 1/4 of an inch. Then you add 1.5 inches as our side seam allowance. Then you're just going to connect just like you see me doing, okay? So guys, I'll be having side dart. Remember I said the front side half length is 15.5 while the back is 14.5. So when you subtract it, you have 1 inch. So on the bust line, I went down by 1 inch and I just went ahead to connect to my bust point, okay? So by doing this, we'll be able to, sides, the front side and the back side we align. So guys, I'll go ahead and cut out like so. Then I'm going to be closing up my side dart. So guys, you can get a masking tape just to tape this down to secure it. So also for the side, I'm just going to add up to the side because we don't want any shortage at the side. So I'm going to connect, get a new line, connect from the chest line to your waistline. If you can see, you discover that we have little excesses, so we have to cut a new side. So just watch what I'm doing, okay, so that you don't have shortage at the side. Then you can go ahead and cut out the remaining parts, okay? Please, if you are here to subscribe to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel, okay? Please subscribe, do well by turning on your notification bell so you can get notified when next we upload the second aspect of this tutorial, okay? So guys, we are going to be working on the center front first. So this is the waistline, the half length. I'll go ahead and get the midpoint. This is a midpoint, so I'm just going to rule it out. Just go ahead and connect like so. So I'm going to be doing slash and spread for this, so go ahead and cut out. When you get to this point, you're going to stop, then you cut again. Please do make sure you do not cut through to the end, okay? Then you are going to get a new pattern paper and we are going to place it on it like so. We are going to be spreading this on a new pattern paper. Go ahead and secure this down with your safety pin. Then we are going to spread this depending on how full you want this to be. So for me, I'll be using 4 inches fullness, so you can decide to use 5, 6. It totally depends on what you want, so you just go ahead and spread it. But I'll be using 4 inches. I don't want mine to be too big, okay? So I'll be using 4 inch. Go ahead and measure, then you're going to tape this down, okay? So you're going to get your pencil and you're just going to connect like so. Just go ahead and connect just like you see me doing, okay? So this is how to achieve your 6 pieces blouse. Connect until you get to the half length. So after tracing out, I'll just go ahead and cut out like you see me doing. Just go ahead and cut out like so. So this is it for the center front. So in case you want to add zipper to the front of your 6 pieces blouse, so you are just going to be marking 1.5 as a zipper allowance, as if you want to draft your back, but this is the front, so you add 1.5 inches for the zipper allowance. But for me, I don't want a zipper at the front, so you just go ahead and add 1.5 inches before drafting, okay? So for the side front, I'll get the midpoint on my half length, the waistline, you get the midpoint. Then you're just going to connect from that waistline through to the hem of your blouse. So right now I'm going to be slashing this. I'm going to be cutting through. So this time around I'll be cutting through the 2 sides, okay? We are going to be opening it up through the side, the 2 sides. Then get a new pattern paper and place it on a new pattern paper. We are going to be spreading this on our new pattern paper. Just watch me carefully, and like I said, you can spread it however, if you want it bigger, if you want it fuller, it totally depends on you. But me, I'll be using 4 inches, so I'm going to secure this down, then I'll spread it by 4 inches. Please secure it down and be careful so that this other side will not cut through. So what I want is 4 inches. If you want 5, it's totally fine, but measure 4 and pin down, okay? So after pinning down, I just discovered that this side has it has cut through. So what I'll do, I'll just tape it down again. Just tape it down, and you can continue. So now I'm going to be tracing this out like we did for the center front. And again, if you want to add more fullness to the side, all you have to do is to extend this line and measure 1 inch or 1.5. This totally depends on what you want, but for me, I'll not be doing that. I just went ahead to show you if you want more fullness at the side. So but I'll be cutting through this line. I don't want any fullness, so I'm just going to cut out like this. Okay, so this is it for the side front. So guys, this is our center front and our side front. We'll be drafting the back pattern now. So for the back pattern, I've gone ahead to rule out my horizontal and my vertical line. These are zipper allowance, and the zipper allowance I left 1.5 inches. Okay, so this is our shoulder line, and this is our chest line. Okay, and also this is our half length, and the last line, the full length of our blouse. Okay, so I'm just going to place my tape on the shoulder. And remember, I said the front half length is 15.5 while the back half length is 14.5. Can you see? This is 14.5, and the full length of this blouse is 21 for the back, while the front is 22 because of the 1 inches that intake. If you take your front pattern paper, I'm just going to be measuring from the waistline. Okay, I'm going to be measuring from the waistline to the full length. This is 6.5. When you measure at the back from the waistline to the full length, this is 6.5. As you can see, they are equal. Okay, so on the shoulder line, my shoulder divided by 2 is 7, then 2.5 inches neck width, and I came down by 1 inch to get my shoulder slope. Sorry, I didn't know that it didn't capture well at this particular point. So you're going to take the measurement you have on your shoulder, which is 7. You're going to mark on your chest line, and you're just going to connect like so to get your armhole line. Okay, so guys, right now I'm going to divide my bust measurement by 4 and connect and mark, then connect to my armhole line to get my armhole curve. And our bust span is 7 divided by 2, 3.5. I've gone ahead to mark 3.5 all the way down. Okay, so our dart intake is going to be 1 inch. I'll be marking half of an inch on both sides. Can you see? Go ahead and mark 1/2 of an inch on both sides. Then you're just going to connect just like you see me doing. So guys, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. So right now I'm going to add 1.5 inches as our seam allowance, and our round waist measurement divided by 4 is 6.5. This dart intake, I'll replace it back 1 inches, then I'll add 1.5 inches for the side seam allowance, then I'll connect like so. Also for our round lower upper hip line, when you divide it by 4, what I have is 8 3/4. I'll now add 1.5 inches as our side seam allowance, then you're just going to connect like so. So guys, this is it. And for the neck width, I'll be using 3.5 inches for the neck width, while the neck depth I'll be using 4 inches as well. So just go ahead with whatsoever you want. Then I'm just going to extend this neckline straight to my zipper area. So I'll be using shoulder dart for this. I'll get the midpoint of this line, and I'll go ahead and connect to my chest line. Remember, the front I use princess armhole dart, but the back I'll be using shoulder dart. It's optional. So on the waistline, I went ahead to extend this line, and in order to avoid zipper bulginess at the back, I'll be going in by 1/2 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch. Then you're just going to connect like this. So we are going to be cutting off this particular part. We are going to be cutting it out so that by the time we fix our zip, it will sit well. And you are going to label your center back and your side back so that you don't mix this up. And guys, that's it for the drafting part 1. Okay, so we are still going to be slashing this part like we did for the front pattern. You are going to repeat the same thing. So for the center back, on the half length, I'm going to get the midpoint, which is 1.5. Then I'll connect straight. Then I'm going to be slashing it, just the same thing we did for the front. That's what you'll be doing. You're going to slash through one side for the center back, and also for the center front. But for the side back and the side front, you do the same. You slice through the two sides. Then I'm going to get a new pattern paper and place this. Then you're going to be spreading this. I'm going to be spreading this by 4 inches. Okay, I don't want this to be too wide, so I'm going to spread it by 4 inches. Then I'll secure back. Then I'll go ahead and trace it out. Just go ahead and trace out like you see me doing. You're going to trace until you get to the half length, and be careful so that this particular part will not cut off. Then I'm just going to cut out like so. Guys, this is what you should have. This is for the center back. I'll be working on the side back as well. Get the midpoint, slash connect and slash through the two sides. Okay, you're repeating the same thing you did to the side front. I'm going to get a new pattern paper, and I'll be spreading this. I'll be spreading this by 4 inches. If you want it fuller, you can make yours to be fuller, but I'll be using 4 inches for mine because that's what I started with. So I'm just going to extend this like so, connect it, and guys, that's it. We are almost through with this drafting. So in our next tutorial, I'll be learning how to sew this, how to neatly sew this. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video so that YouTube can make it go viral, so that other soulmates can get to watch this video as well. So guys, until I see you in my next tutorial, bye.